Politico has a good story today about the incredible amount of money that the right wing is going to raise to run against President Obama and also congressional and Senate Democrats as well. So let's take a look here at how much money we're talking about. First of all, the Koch brothers, an unbelievable $395 million they're planning to raise. Now, that is double what they were originally planning. American Crossroads, this Karl Rove's group, $300 million. U.S. Chamber of Commerce, they're supposed to be nonpartisan, but they give almost exclusively to Republicans, of course. That's $100 million. Restore Our Future is Mitt Romney's PAC. They've got another $100 million they're likely to raise. They already raised $50 million for the primaries, another $100 for the general election. The YG Action Fund is the Young Guns Action Fund of Kevin McCarthy and Eric Cantor. They are trying to raise $30 million, and they have realistic plans to do this. That's why Politico is writing about it. It's not just wishful thinking. The American Action Network is another right-wing group, $30 million there. Freedom Works is run by Dick Armey, of course, and that's another $30 million. You can see this is adding up here. Congressional Leadership Fund is Boehner's group, and sadly, they're only plan to raise $5 million. The Young Guns kind of embarrassing them there a little bit. And then the Republican Jewish Coalition is actually raising about $6 million. And then when you add in Romney campaign and Republican National Committee as well, that's another $800 million. Close to $1.8 billion is going to be raised against President Obama. In conclusion, Politico says that the right-wing groups in total will outraise President Obama, who is a prolific fundraiser on his own, raised the most amount of money for any presidential campaign the last time around. This time he is going to raise, according to estimates, close to $1 billion, along with allied groups like unions, his own super PAC, et cetera. But nonetheless, the Republicans are likely to outspend them by a 2-to-1 margin. And one of the reasons for that, of course, is Citizens United and another lower court decision that allowed for super PACs to spend this money in a more judicious and efficient manner. So now a lot of the big business interests that had left politics because of the soft money ban, for a while McCain-Feingold worked, are now pouring back in, realizing, oh my God, Mitt Romney is our dream candidate. He's made out of Wall Street heaven, right? If we put together a Wall Street candidate, a top 1% candidate, it wouldn't get any better than Mitt Romney. And Democrats, they sometimes call us fat cats. Oh, we hate those guys. Time to jump in it. Perfect timing. You flood the elections with money, and not only for Mitt Romney, but that money will go a long, long way towards recapturing the Senate. They need 4 seats to make that happen, and keeping the House, and that's what they call their insurance policies, to make sure that if Obama wins, it doesn't matter because he can't get anything done, and they block all legislation and all tax increases, et cetera, and preserve, of course, the power of the establishment. And that's why they're dumping all that money in, because it's actually, as I've told you numerous times, buying American politicians, the very best way that you could spend your money. But not only do they have all that money going in their direction, but they also have another nefarious group putting out huge negative attack ads against President Obama. Now, we're going to watch this clip number 2 here, and then afterwards I'm going to tell you who put it together.
It is time to stand for change. When you decide it's time for change to happen, guess what? Change happens. Change comes to America. There is, of course, another responsibility we have to our children. That's the responsibility to ensure that we do not pass on to them a debt they cannot pay. We cannot wait for good jobs and living wages.
Instead of concentrating on job creation, President Obama has concentrated on growing government.
We are making progress. I don't put people on food stamps. People become eligible for food stamps.
If you want to create jobs, the quickest way to do it is to provide more funding for food stamps.
It's an honor to be a food stamp president.
More people have been put on food stamps by Barack Obama than any president in American history.
We are becoming a society that makes poverty more comfortable.
And it goes on and on and on. And you might have seen in the beginning that it said presented by Fox and Friends, but come on, they must have been running a web ad or something that one of the Republican groups came up with. I mean, that looks like the biggest negative attack ad you've ever seen, right? No. Fox and Friends put it together. So on top of the nearly $1.8 billion that the right wing is going to spend fighting against President Obama, they also have Fox News literally producing their own negative attack ads against the president and airing it on a daily basis. So how many billion in free advertising do they get from Fox News as well? In this case, literally, it's not even just that, hey, like in the old days, what they would do is they'd be like, well, isn't that interesting about Reverend Wright? Oh, Sean Hannity happens to be talking about it, Fox and Friends happens to be talking about it, and then they drive everybody else to talk about it. Now they're like, oh, skip all the pretenses. Now, News Corp has already given $1 million to the Republican Governors Association in the last election. So they're brazen. They're like, yeah, we support Republicans financially, and now we're making ads for them and airing them for free. That one lasted actually over 4 minutes on today's Fox and Friends. So when you add that to the mix as well, there you have it. President Obama faces a very, very steep hill. We'll have to see if he can get beyond all the right-wing attacks, most especially coming from Fox News.